Welcome to Studio 23 Nashville with your host, Jennifer Herron and Bryan Cumming, and today's very special guest, Chere Pepper.
Hello, I'm Bryan Cumming, and this is Studio 23 Nashville. Tonight, a special edition without my co-host, Jennifer Herron. Jennifer has some family business to attend to, and we are missing her, but we're going to soldier on without her. Tonight, we have a very special guest from Michigan. Her name is Chere Pepper. Hello, Chere.
Hi.
You've been in town in Nashville making a video for one of your songs.
I have.
And, well, welcome to Nashville.
Thank you.
And let's see, you have brought your husband.
I have this time.
With a cowboy hat.
That's right.
And you brought your 2000 Mustang?
My 2000 red Mustang.
Oh, can we show a picture of that Mustang? All right, tell us why you're excited about this car and what it represents.
Well, a year ago I wrote the song, 3 o'clock in the morning, and the entire chorus of the song played out. So I wake up really quick and pick up my digital recorder, and I'm like, oh my God, I think I just wrote a hit song. And my husband's like, what's going on? So I sang the chorus, and then I told my husband, I said, the next morning, I said, I think God wants us to have a Mustang. And he's like, what? Well, I went on to finish the song, and a week later, we're both runners. So he was running one morning, he came in, and he's standing there in the kitchen, dripping wet, and looked like he saw a ghost. And I'm like, what, honey, what's wrong? He says, I think God wants us to have a Mustang. I'm like, what? He says, yeah, you know that Mustang down the road, the one that's been garage kept for 5 years? It's red, it's got this huge hood scoop. It's for sale, and it's cheap, and I think I'm gonna buy it for you. I'm like, praise the Lord. So we did, we went down, bought the car, and it needed some repairs. Yeah. And so it's just a song about enjoying life, and I drive a lot, and I had to make a video. So it took a whole year. You know, there was a lot of greenery in my dream, and so I knew, this was like September, so I knew I had to wait till this year, and the timing was right, and found the right video company, and just very excited. It's a great song, and just...
That is great.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a little acoustic version of the song.
Right.
Here in the studio, on the show. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, it's really a treat to have you here. All right, Chere, one thing that really impresses me is that you've got a really unique way of approaching music, that you have been doing this for 20 years, writing your own songs and performing for people and supporting that activity without selling conventional tickets to shows or playing in clubs for 6 nights at a time. Or tell us how different you are.
Well, I've kind of carved out my own little niche. I've been a solo artist for 20 years. So prior to that, I don't want to tell you how many years, but for years and years prior to that, I've been in bands and duos, and you have to figure out how you can make a living doing what you're doing. And we all know that as a musician, it's difficult to do that. But I'm primarily in ministry and write Christian music, so I have 5 contemporary Christian albums out. And with these 5, I've just been traveling and filling in for pastors and doing youth events and anything where positive music, is needed. Well, positive music is needed anywhere, but I don't like to charge, so I just say, give me a love offering. Let God provide. And so it just works out so much better that way because. Churches are not taking from their normal funding to have me come in, and it just, people just give of their heart. And if there's a song that I've written that moves someone, they're like, hey, what album is that on? I'd like to buy that for my Uncle George or, whatever. And it just, it just works that way. So but after the 5 albums, now I have these 3 that are more kind of country pop mainstream. And so just in the last couple of years, I've been invited to do like shows and
festivals and county fairs. And
no, I don't really do that because that puts me with other artists. So I still like to do exclusively just do my own program. Not that I wouldn't do any festivals or anything like that, but.
Now, when you say standing in for a pastor, does that mean you are literally in the front of the church on Sunday morning instead of a sermon or something? It's like, hello, I'm Chere, and here's a song.
They'll have me in for the message instead of whatever the standard message is. In a lot of smaller churches, like 100 people and under, you've got one pastor. Well, does that pastor ever get a vacation? or ever have to get away.
Yeah.
And so when he does, who fills in? So a lot of times pastors will schedule, hey, I'm going to be on vacation September 12th. Would you come in? And a lot of times, sometimes there's no one but me. I mean, there might be one person doing music, and I'll just do the whole program.
It might be a church that's small enough not to have their own choir.
Right, exactly. And sometimes they might only have one or two people, and I just work with them to. And then other times they'll have me come in and just as an encouragement, have a friend day, anything to get the community in, get new people into church. Sometimes they'll just want me for like a Sunday evening service, a special, and invite a friend, just try to get people in the community, try to,
And you're it. You just.
Yeah,
you
and I just share
me,
and I've been an original artist all these years. I have not, done covers.
And you're not waiting for some record label
to
say, okay.
And I'm certainly not seeking that, I just.
You don't need it. You're already.
Right. So I just, I just hope that my music, touches someone. That's why I write music. And that's what music is all about, is to touch someone's heart, to move them in a way.
Hickman County, Tennessee. It feels a lot like home, or how home should feel. Come by, sit a spell. Soak in the goodness that inspired Minnie Pearl to write about this special place. Visit Hickman County, Tennessee's hidden treasure. Do you want to win friends and influence people? Don't buy a book. Advertise on Studio 23 Nashville. It's easy. Just contact us at studio23nashville@gmail.com.
We're in the studio with Chere Pepper here, visiting Nashville from Michigan. And it's great to have you here, Chere.
Thanks. Great to be here.
We're doing some songs that you wrote. And this first one that we're going to do is called Chasing Stars.
Right.
Sounds like it would inspire people to hope for things and believe they're going to achieve them, that kind of thing.
Right.
Was it for people who are musical or people who just have dreams in general?
Yeah, both. When I came to Nashville, I thought, well, I can't come to Nashville and record without a song about Nashville. So I started out about two kids, on the guitar, but it's got a message for all of us, because it doesn't matter how old we are, we need to keep on chasing stars.
And the stars you mean are not the stars of the country music.
Our dreams, our desires. We need to do what we love, So
well, let's play it.
Alrighty.
All right.
I still remember the day you picked me up in your car, pulling out of the driveway, you and me and that old guitar, headed off to Nashville. We were chasing stars, and the love inside our hearts. When you're young, a brighter day is around the corner, and when you're strong, you can see it through. You've got your life in front of you. But when you're old, sometimes you just give up and you walk away, and then you turn around and say you're just chasing stars. You're just chasing stars. Well, I'm here and you're with me. Life is good. We're still playing 3 days a week, all over the neighborhood. Late shows and country bars, never looking back. They never thought our dreams would last. Oh, when you're young, a brighter day is around the corner, and when you're strong, you can see it through. You've got your life in front of you. But when you're old, sometimes you just give give up and you walk away. And then you turn around and say, you're just chasing stars. You're just chasing stars. Well, life's a journey, and don't let it end until you look up in that sky and see the stars are shining bright. Remember, dreams are worth the fight. When you're young, a brighter day is around the corner. And when you're strong, you can see it through. You've got your life in front of you. But when you're old, sometimes you just give up. But don't you walk away. You need to give it one more day and keep on chasing stars. You gotta keep on chasing stars. And the love inside your heart. You gotta keep on chasing stars. And the love inside your heart.
That's pretty. That's nice.
Thanks.
And you've recorded that in Nashville.
Yep, that's on the Jesus and My Gun CD, the first album I recorded.
We're
here.
going to have to talk about
Yeah.
Jesus and My Gun. That is a kind of a provocative
Yes, it is.
juxtaposition there.
Yes,
that's
it is.
That's a good idea for a song, though.
Yep.
So you really have good instincts. God, it's fascinating to work with you, Chere. It's interesting. You've got all these years of experience playing, writing, singing, playing for people, and really kind of finding a way of your own to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like Nashville ought to welcome you here to show how it can be done rather than you coming to Nashville to find out how to do it, because you've been doing it.
Yeah, I have been doing it.
You've got the website, you've got
Yeah.
a very regular performance schedule, you've got a way to support yourself with it.
Yeah, very blessed. Very
So
blessed.
it's really more about, well, trust. You know, you're counting on donations that give people the freedom
Right.
to decide what they feel
Right.
what they feel led to
Right.
help contribute to.
Right,
That's
'cause
the way you're.
right, I'm primarily in ministry. My first 5 CDs are contemporary Christian. Up in Michigan, you can't be too country. So they're
yeah?
contemporary Christian. The music is a little more contemporary, but
Yeah,
of
and
course
you-
my accent kind of comes out when I sing.
So you do perform mostly in churches.
Yeah,
really.
mainly. I'd say
That's it.
90% in churches.
Yeah, but a song like this would work.
I've done this in a church before because
Yeah.
it has a positive message, and a lot of the songs,
Yeah.
a lot of even my Christian material, a lot of it is kind of crossover. I think
yeah.
if you're a human being, you can relate to
Yeah,
some of
hope
my
and
music.
love,
Yeah,
the basic
it's just
stuff.
about love and life
Yeah.
and things we go through here on Earth. You know, this is not
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah. I'm glad
This
to
thing
hear you
called
say
life. So we all just
Yeah.
have to keep chasing stars and do what we love and hopefully touch some lives. And
that. Well, I'm glad to be doing it.
Yeah.
It seems like you've got so much going on all together because you write the songs, but you know you're going to be performing them for people, so you're not
Right.
waiting for some artist to hear it or
Right.
some publisher to pitch it or some,
Right,
you know, you
right.
don't need to get into the machinery of the business that
Right.
does, all the committees that
And I'm
change
not
something.
looking for that. Yeah, I'm really not.
You've already got the songs, you've got the audience. So you've done your own booking in a lot of these. You develop relationships with churches. Would you
Right.
go back once a year to a particular
Right,
church?
I do get invited back quite often by the same churches, and then sometimes, you know, pretty much every church, there's someone there from another church, or knows someone,
And
and they're
they
like,
hear
hey,
about
you
you
know,
and
you
go,
need to
"Oh,
get into
yeah."
so and so, and
Yeah.
I did have a booking agent early 2000s, and she had me really busy.
For church work.
Yeah, but she moved to California, and then I just, you know, picked it back up from them from that point.
Have you done house concerts?
I've done a few, yeah.
Just on your own, no other
Right,
artists, just
people,
you?
yeah, people would say, hey, do you, my aunt, I just
Yeah.
did one recently.
Yeah.
You know, my aunt, she can't walk, she's, you know, homebound.
Yeah.
And so half the church came over to her home, and,
Oh, yeah.
you know, So it was great.
And it was just voluntary donations or whatever.
Yeah.
Just you keep it
Yeah.
very,
So I just like God to provide, you know, and there's
Yeah.
not too many people, even in ministry, that operate that way,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And it's like I can drive 100 miles to sing at a 9-person church, and it might cost me more to do that. But next week I may sing at a 500-person church, you know, and it just, it
Yeah.
all balances out,
It does.
you know.
It's so interesting. I mean, you've just made a career that is real. I mean,
Right.
you have all those CDs out, and you have your audience, you have your songs, and you basically just do songs you've written.
Right,
That's
for 20 years.
fascinating.
Recently I've done a few, I've been going Facebook Live
Oh yeah, yeah.
for the past 6 months or so, and so I've done a few covers, just, you know.
And that's
songs that-
like a virtual house concert or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it. And you deliberately set aside a half an hour
Yeah, yep.
and just set up a camera, or did your
Right.
husband help?
Yep.
hold
No,
it
my
up?
husband doesn't. I actually,
Yeah.
I drive to the recording studio, and you know, I'm doing a session anyway, and so we'll take a break, and my producer's in the background, and I'll just kind of set the camera up, and so throughout the
And
last
just
few
say,
months, he's
"Hello,
becoming
everybody." Yeah.
more involved in it. So now he sits there, and you know. So
And does that generate sales for the
yeah,
CDs and so forth?
actually, I'll just say, hey, you know, if there's any songs that
Yeah.
touch you, or you know, I have a donation button. A lot of people here in Nashville, they have. I've noticed on Facebook they have their virtual tip jars. That's the new thing.
Oh.
And so
okay.
there are a few artists out there that are doing
Yeah.
this Facebook Live, and they'll just say, hey, you know, help me out. You know, go to my tip jar.
And
Well, and it's just a little button that says tip jar, and I just say I don't have a tip jar because I'm primarily a ministry, but I have a donation button. So,
Yeah,
you
same
know, if God
thing.
moves you to, you know, click, and so it's really a way to reach. I mean, I have a lot of European fans. It's
Yeah,
it's kind of,
great.
you know, the way
have
Europe
you been
is.
to Europe, or have you thought about?
Yeah, well, not for music, but
Oh, okay.
I would go. I have people that have asked me to come, but you
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of cost to
Yeah,
go
there
to
is,
Europe.
sure. But would it be the church community or Christian? Because I know it's a kind of a different culture there. You know, they appreciate
well,
American
it's-
music, but
Yeah, it's more my my mainstream stuff that's popular
Yeah,
in Europe.
yeah.
You know, because Europe is not very Christian.
yeah.
So you know,
Well, what area generally are you covering? Around
Michigan, Indiana, Wisconsin. I mean, I have
like
quite a
within
few.
200 miles or so. Please.
Yeah. However, I do a tour in Florida every year.
Oh yeah.
Got to go to Florida
In January.
January from Michigan. So yeah, that's really been a blessing. So my husband's right on board with that.
That is.
So
great.
yeah, for 6 weeks we're going to go this year. So I did a Steamboat Springs tour, Texas. You know, a little
Just
bit here.
on
in-
your own.
Yeah,
And you book it yourself. And
Yeah.
you stay.
yeah.
You are
I may
such-
be signing with a booking agency who's a friend of mine found me online to do this wedding a year or so ago, and I've done some work with him, and I may be exclusively signing with him to have him help me.
With some of those other.
And he's got a rather reputable agency. It's just I would have
up
to.
in Michigan.
No, he's actually in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So,
for parties and
Well,
corporate events.
mainly
or-
a little bit of everything. Boxing, does a lot of country acts. So
that
I'm
would open for a boxing
yeah.
match
Well, no.
or-
I mean,
Oh.
he does booking
oh,
of
he
all
books that.
sorts.
Okay.
But
okay.
he does have a lot of well-known country acts. So it would be really cool. I told him, I said, you know, it wouldn't break my heart if I had to, you know, open for somebody, you know,
Yeah.
like
I bet
Tanya
you-
Tucker or something.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be great? But
yeah.
Straighten up and flat right.
Now available, Come Out Swingin', the new CD by the Bryan Cumming Jazz Quartet. Come Out Swingin' is available at Studio23Nashville.com and all major digital retailers.
Say, come out swinging.
Come Out Swingin' by the Bryan Cumming Jazz Quartet. Get yours today.
You ready for playing Cowboy Boots?
Yep.
We're
Here we
rocking.
go. Okay. I was born with a cowboy hat, faded jeans, and I learned to act like a little lady really should. I got southern blood running through my veins, the younger brothers and Jesse James, cousins on my daddy's side, it's
wanna be buried in cowboy boots. I'm quarter Cherokee on mama's side. I was raised with southern pride, and I love the red, white, and blue. Put a 6-string in my hand, I'll write a song about the promised land, 'cause I love Jesus through and through. I got everything I'll ever need in life. I count my blessings every night. I don't need no city boy loving me. I'm a southern girl from my head down to my feet. I love cowboys and country songs. I like swimming down in the creek, my bikini on, feeling mud under my feet. And I like having fun all night long. There's only one last thing I'll need when this life is through. I wanna be buried in cowboy boots. Life's been good to me so far, this I know. I got me a country boy to love and hold. Just lay my Bible and my guitar on me when life is through. And be sure to bury me in my cowboy boots. I don't need no city boy loving me. I'm a southern girl from my head down to my feet. I love cowboys and country songs. I like swimming down in the creek, my bikini on, feeling mud under my feet. And I like having fun all night long. There's only one last thing I'll need when this life is through. I wanna be buried in cowboy boots. Yeah, you know the ones with the little silver buckle. And don't forget my guitar, 'cause I wanna be buried in cowboy boots.
Oh, yeah.
Well, something else you mentioned that you've done is put other people's words to music.
Yeah.
How did that start?
Well, I have so many people that just, you know, they know I'm a songwriter, and I'm a prolific songwriter, and a lot of people don't understand what that is. And I've really only recently learned what the difference really is from coming to Nashville this last couple of years, because everyone here in Nashville, they either write lyrics or they write melody, or
Yeah.
they kind of collaborate. Well,
Yeah.
with me, I sit down and it just like, it just comes out really fast, and, you know, a pretty much finished song in half an hour. So I have a lot of people that will either send me lyrics, or they'll call and say, hey, you know, I've got some lyrics, can you do something with it? Well, I have so much that I can't write songs for everybody, although I'd love to. So about 6 months ago when I started going live, I don't have it on my website, but I just verbally say, if anybody has any lyrics that they would like me to craft into a song, you know, message me. I don't charge for this, but let me write the song first. If you like it, go hit up my donation button. I'll just let you give what's on your heart to give. And you know, when you allow people to give of their heart, they'll give more than you even imagine. You know, because you're touching someone's life. You're taking a song and you're turning it into, you know, a memory, something that they're going to cherish forever. And so yeah, I started doing that. And
sometimes you record it and make it.
Yeah, depending on, you know, after I write it, if they're like, oh my goodness, you know, can you put some more instruments to it? Or I'm actually working right now, I think we're going to be making a video on this new song called Tailor-Made Hero. And it's an absolutely wonderful song. This man contacted me, and his father had just passed away, and he was a war veteran, wonderful man of God. And so he contacted me and just said, I have these lyrics. I actually was in church on a Sunday morning. He said, I should have been listening to the sermon, but these lyrics came, and I just kind of jotted them down. He said, can I give them to you? Would you write a song? And I said, well, sure. And I usually explain to people that I may not use all their lyrics, because lyrics, I mean, a song is, it's got to rhyme, it's got to have a rhythm to it, it's got to have a structure to it, and a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah. So I just said, look, I may not use all your lyrics, so, I will try to honor your father in this song. So if you like it, when it's done, go hit up my donation button and we'll go from there. Well, it turned out to be a really great song. And so we're going to be recording it here in Nashville very soon. And Tailor-made Hero. And then we're going to make a video for it. And it's not just for his father. It's for everyone that has a military, relative, or it's a song that just, really touches hearts.
When you're writing music for someone else's lyrics, do you think of yourself as an artist to sing that song, or do you think just the song as a kind of a separate?
Well, it depends, because I did write another song for a guy here in Nashville. This was like at the beginning, before I started, asking for a donation. And he's a song, one of these struggling songwriters here in Nashville, and he sent me these lyrics called Runnin' Late. Cool little song. And it's really for a man. It's like a man singing. Yeah. So here it is, this female singing it. Yeah. He's like, oh, Chere, you should record that. And I'm like, no, I need a male vocal for that. And he's like, well, just change the lyrics. No, you can't. So sometimes it's from the perspective, So
and you can feel that as a singer.
Yeah,
so do you have other friends who are male vocalists that could do it?
Maybe, I do.
Well, I might be able to find you a male vocalist.
There we go.
I'd be happy to record it if you want to.
All right.
Work that out.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah. Well, God, Chere, you're just doing so many things, and it seems like you're very fulfilled. Like you've got all the music that you need to want to do, and you've got an audience, and you've got.
I don't sleep much. I'll say that. But there's a saying: if you want something done, give it to a busy person.
Yeah.
And it's
and
true.
You're one of them.
It's true. I just like to enjoy life and just make the most of it and try to pack everything in.
Be the envy of the neighborhood. Make your friends jealous. Be the first on your block to get official swag from Studio 23 Nashville, Pinkerton Productions, and Bryan Cumming. Just visit our store at the bottom of the page and order yours today. Studio 23 Nashville would like to thank our sponsors, the Hickman County Chamber of Commerce and World Music Nashville.
We've got a song that has a lot of emotion in it.
It's just a song about life and doing what you love, and I just love to drive.
But doesn't it involve a fast car?
It does. It's just kind of a joke. My husband and I, we always joked about when we hit this certain birthday that we were going to buy a Mustang. Of course, we didn't really think that would happen, but you got a dream, and so we ended up with this with a Mustang. It's a 2000. It's a little older, but it's beautiful, and it has this huge hood scoop on it. And I just love to drive. So, I drive all over. I sing at churches all across this great country. I do rodeos. I do all sorts of stuff. So, not that I drive my Mustang all over. That's,
But it is.
But, yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
available. It does drive. And you, okay.
Right. And so I had to do a video on it. So I'm here working on the video. And it's going to be a great video. But it's just a great song. And, everybody, it's just a song about life and love. And we all need to do what makes us happy, because we're only here for a little while, so,
And this Mustang makes you happy.
This Mustang makes me happy. It's just.
And you brought it down, but you didn't even drive it. You brought it on a trailer.
Yeah, my husband thought it wouldn't be real comfortable to drive, so he likes his big truck, so we put it on the trailer.
Okay.
But I did drive it here, It's right out front.
And now the music for the Mustang.
All right.
It's just called Drive.
It's just called Drive.
On this journey we call life, you gotta take it easy, keep on moving, and hold on tight, 'cause love will come and love will go. When the surf is high, you gotta ride the tide, and don't lose control. Keep your eyes lifted high, feel the sun, reach up to the sky, 'cause life is short Wish upon a star, you will go far. Dream on till morning light. I don't need no Chevy to take me to the levee. I don't need no wine to feel fine. Just you right here. Yeah, I need you here. Headed down an old back road in my old Ford. Yeah, I've been told I'm the luckiest girl alive. I got my windows down and I'm enjoying life. I just love to drive. Search your heart and find what you love. I know in time you will find you fly just like a dove. 'Cause peace and hope, goodwill to fellow man, it's inside your heart, so play your part. Hold on to all you can. I don't need no Chevy to take me to the levee. I don't need no wine to feel fine. Just you right here. Yeah, I need you near. Headed down an old back road in my old Ford. Yeah, I've been told I'm the luckiest girl alive. I got my windows down and I'm enjoying life. I just love to drive. Love is all that's real. You gotta spread your wings and fly until the sunlight fades away. Hold on tight, join the ride. I don't need no Chevy to take me to the levee. I don't need no wine to feel fine. Just you right here. Yeah, I need you here. Headed down an old back road in my old Ford. Yeah, I've been told I'm the luckiest girl alive. I got my windows down and I'm enjoying life. I just love to drive. I just love to drive. Yeah, yeah, I just love to drive.
We did it, and we crashed into the exact same stop sign, right, just at the right moment. Woo! That's a car that just might be attracting some policemen's attention. It
That's
sounds
true.
like.
That's true. It's red. It's red.
And it's not just the color. I think
Right.
it's the speed.
Right, yeah.
And the music reflects that, and
Yeah.
I'm very glad it does. That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's a song you want on the radio, but it probably should come with a disclaimer like, please don't drive as fast as you feel
That's right.
when you're
That's
listening to
right.
this song.
That's
And
right.
You're in a long tradition of songs that make people want to just roll down the windows and have a good time and do what they like to do.
Well,
And
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's great. That is fun. We
Yeah.
got going. I hope I didn't
Yeah, it was
play
fun.
too loud
It
for the
sounded
equipment
great.
here. You know? We kind of, yeah. That's
Well, as a
horsepower.
solo artist, you always just try to.
Yeah,
fill it
yeah. I
up
bet you
and-
have fun even by yourself doing that song.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Have you done it with a band a bunch?
No, I've never done it on stage with a band.
But in the
I'm
studio, you
in the
had-
studio,
yeah.
yeah.
That might have been fun.
But being a solo artist, it's like this is
Yeah.
fun. This
Yeah,
is
it is. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
so-
Well, I'm glad to be doing this with you,
Yeah.
Chere. This is fun. And I'm just impressed with your prolific writing. You've got
Well,
now
thank
8
you.
albums?
8 full-length studio albums. Yeah.
Golly, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You know.
So what you're doing, I'm sure, is a fulfillment of a lot of earlier aspirations and dreams. And so
yeah.
do you think a 6-year-old Chere or a 4 or 10-year-old Chere would have looked toward this and,
Well,
and you're making her happy?
Yeah, honestly, because I figured it was going to happen when I was 20, you know.
Yeah, the record company
You
comes
know,
and says,
you know,
"Hi,
you're
okay,
6, 7, 8, you're writing, and you know, I was, you know, in country music until I was, you know, 21 or so. So you just assume that things are going to happen. Well, you know, I've always been in music. Well, then life came, and I had 4 boys. I just wrote a song called My 4 Boys. I just posted it on my Facebook. And life happens really quick, and that's kind of what the song is about. And then after all the boys are raised, I would have never thought that here I am at this point in my life, just
Yeah.
I have the freedom to just get in the car and drive. And I'm going to Minneapolis in 2 weeks. I've got 3 churches and a little theater show to do there, and
It's happening.
I can go.
But you are a wife and a mother at the same time.
Right.
It's very much, well, a very fulfilling and like
is.
there's just no barriers. It seems like
Right.
you've been
Yeah.
blessed, as you say.
Very blessed, yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a kind of a feminist anthem, but it's not
Right.
coming from a worldly perspective.
Right.
It's just
Anyone
you.
can do it. Anyone, and that's what a lot of the messages of my songs are is,
Yeah.
First of all, make a difference in the life of other people.
Yeah.
Stand in faith for what you believe, make a difference, encourage somebody, look at that, think about that other person first. If everybody put other people first, or if everybody filled a need
Yeah.
of
What a-
someone else first, we'd have no needs. Think about it that way. And so I think a lot of my music, and it touches people in a way, it just sort of like pulls them in like, yeah, I can relate to that. And that's because a lot of my songs are just about life and love and happiness and just things that we go through here
Yeah.
in this
And
existence.
keeping
that,
hope in
Right.
spite of circumstances.
Right, and you got to keep moving forward, Nobody
Yeah.
promised us a tomorrow. I have first line of one of my songs is passing by, and is who said we have a tomorrow? Who said we have a tomorrow? Who said all of our sorrows would be washed away? We need to love one another and don't let your life pass you by. So that's one of my most popular songs I like to do a lot.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah.
And after a typical performance at a church or where you're just giving of yourself, I bet there are a lot of people who come up and just want to talk and say how much
There are,
the
yeah.
things, the ways you touch them. With
Right,
these
and each
messages.
song, it seems like is, a
Yeah.
different part of each song. It's like, hey, that song reminded me of this, or,
Yeah.
and that's what it's all about. That's why I write, that's why I sing. And, being, financially, paid for what I do,
Yeah.
that's just sort of keeps me going, So,
Well, it seems like it's really not typical of a worldly business plan, and because it's built on faith, and you
Right.
really are trusting God, and so
right,
it's to be expected that it won't look like a typical thing. It's
Right.
just you trusting God and God providing for you, and you being who
Right.
God designed you to be. And it
right,
has
and that's
so
the
much-
message is who God designs us to be. But
Yeah.
nowadays in our culture and our,
Yeah.
who is God, and that's something that, I tell people I am a Christian artist first and foremost. That's my foundation.
Yeah.
And that comes through even into my country stuff.
Yeah.
And, but that's who I am, and I
Yeah.
just share who I
Yeah.
am, and I encourage people to share who you are. And,
Yeah.
why do you believe what you believe? Research and ask yourself, why do I believe what I believe?
Yeah.
And I just think so many people nowadays, they don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
And
Or they might be looking for some worldly success and looking for worldly
Right.
methods to achieve that.
Right.
I imagine that
Right.
you and your husband are united in your faith, and all of your musical activity is just
We
approved
are.
of, and he knows that God has got it under control.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He shakes his head sometimes like, yeah, you told me that was going to happen.
Oh, that's
and
great.
Then,
That's
and then it
great.
does.
Yeah, like
So,
the car.
Yeah, I mean, he just stood there that day. I think God wants us to have a red Mustang, and I'm like, yes. I knew it.
God likes to have fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he does. He does, and that's,
likes us to have fun.
he likes us to have fun.
Yeah.
He wants us to
That's a-
enjoy our lives.
Well, I'm so glad that you see that and believe it and live it through the writing and the performing that you do. It's really a blessing and a revelation to have
Thank you.
your existence is a testimony. Thank you, Chere.
Well,
I'm
thanks.
glad to have you here. I'm very glad to be able to groove with you on these driving songs.
I'm looking
and
forward
these,
to it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's a lot of fun. Welcome
Yeah.
to Nashville, and don't
Thank
let it
you.
spoil your
Oh, no.
your hope or your
No.
dream. But just keep on being you.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I'm
Yeah.
very glad you're here.
Well, thank you. Thanks for
All
having
right.
me.